Now, you're a janitor. Allegedly, you haul fish. Can you haul the fish? Good morning, everyone. Dave for the Wee Hours here today, checking out Containcorp again. Hey, wait a minute, Dave. You said again. We haven't seen this on the channel. You're right, you haven't, but I have. Technically not on the channel. Bear with me for a little bit of backstory here. Containcorp has got kind of a simple philosophy. It's RimWorld meets Prison Architect, except instead of housing people, you're housing Cthulu-like entities. Wow, that sounds wicked cool, Dave. That's definitely a reason to check out a game. That sounds like something you'd be very excited about. You're right, I am. I've had it on my wish list for about 2-3 years now, and I'm very excited to check out the demo. So about a couple of hours ago, I recorded a video on the demo of Containcorp. Much of it was stumbling through the initial mechanics. It's a very mechanically dense game. I was getting kind of vague PTSD flashbacks to my first day playing RimWorld, just scrambling around going, I don't know how to do anything. And a lot of the video was that. Now, many of my regular viewers might still be entertained by me stumbling through basic mechanics, but here's the thing. There is a level underneath Containcorp that contains some of the most ridiculous Monty Python-esque humor I have ever found in a game. I had to leave the recording to laugh. That's how crazy this game is underneath the mechanical surface. But much of the video was just me stumbling around. That's not what I want to show off to you guys. I want to show off what's underneath Containcorp, because I think you're going to be very, very excited about this. I know I am. So pretty familiar opening, right? We got some builders down here showing up with some materials. We've got a map here. We got layers, by the way. We can go up and down as we need to. We can delve into the earth if we feel like doing that sort of thing. Very, very familiar mechanics right away. And we've got a nice little tutorial lady over here who gave us some initial how to move around things. No surprises there. It's WASD and a few other things there. What we need to do now is accept a grant. So much like a certain prison building game, we're going to accept grants that'll tell us to do things, and that kind of nudges us through the tutorial a little bit. So down here in facility, we've got a new grant we've got to do. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got our architect build menu here. We've got proposals. We've got research. A lot of this is not accessible right now because we haven't gone further enough in the game, and it's a demo anyway. So let's just do what we need to do here. We've got a grant. And the grant, hi, yes, sorry, I'm going to nudge you out of the way there, nice young lady. Thank you very much. So we've only got one grant available, $45K if we can build a basic containment center. Turn an empty field into a functioning facility. Cool. We're going to get $30K up front, $15K when we're done, and another $10K when we're done. Right, $30,000 in advance, I will absolutely confirm that. Go away, slam everything into pause mode. I've got really standard stuff up here, a bunch of materials. I got some stone, got some aluminum, got light fixtures. You can't have too many of those, that's what I say. Meals, we're gonna have to feed all these people too. Builders, security people, I believe that's me. Yeah, facility director G. And if I pan up, I thought this was kind of cool. With their icons, you can tell what people are. So I've got builders, I've got a janitor, got a medic over there somewhere, and I believe somewhere else, yeah, there's a security guard over there. So I've got my basic people in place there. Got a bunch of mountains I can carve into RimWorld style. That'll never be a bad idea. Yes, I know Dwarf Fortress did it first. Now, the nice tutorial lady is going to tell me to start building things. Here's the thing with that. All of these things are marked as don't take them, forbidden. I'm going to go with the tutorial. So she's going to tell me to build something, and then she's going to say, oh no, none of your materials are accessible. And I know what you're thinking, Dave. You're like, Dave, you love to jump ahead in tutorials. You hate Tutorial Ninja. Problem is, again, doing the first version of this video, I can bork the tutorial and things go out of order and it messes everything up. So I'm just going to do what the nice lady tells me to do and try and build a basic building right now. I have made it to the architect menu. Also, I love the fact that you've tattooed a barcode on your neck. That is so super cool punk rock of you. You are my favorite person, even though you get in the way sometimes. So open the walls category. Got it. Well, what have I got a lot of? I've got piping. I don't think I'm going to build a wall out of that. Plastic. Okay, I've got a lot of steel, some wooden planks, and some basic wood. Okay, well, let's keep this nice and simple. How about we do a brick wall structure sort of over here? So, you know, keep it tight. No reason to blow all my materials on this. Oh, here's a pro tip, by the way. Leave space for a door, otherwise you just have to go back and delete a section, which is really rather silly. Also, you wall all of your employees off and they die of starvation. I'm not saying that definitely happened. I'm just saying it was the kind of a thing that maybe sort of happened. Put a door in there. Okay. Everybody go to work, except now you're going to tell me that we can't actually get the materials, right? Yes, place an object. We've done that. Left click to place, and then PS, by the way, right click wicked makes things go away in this game. So right click is also the demo button. How long did it take me in the original video to figure out that right click was the demo button? Oh, about 15 minutes. And here we go. Now she's popped up to say, hey, you can't actually do that because all of this stuff is unhaulable. So I want to go down here to quick access stuff. This seemed to be the easiest way to do it. There's a bunch of ways to make things haulable, but I can just click allow haulable and, oh no, ma'am, thank you. Draw a box over all of that. There, done. Everything is haulable. And while we're here, why don't we get all of these pieces of stone and whatnot? Let's make sure those are haulable too. So now they should be on the case. Yeah, they're on it. Okay, so Builder Davin here and Buildin Vanderhoot, love your name, love your hat. Yeah, are going to get started building this, and because I've actually left space for a door, you won't all get trapped inside and have to cannibalize each other. I'm not saying that happened, I'm just saying it sort of might have happened. Okay, don't get too excited, they didn't actually cannibalize each other, but they were starving to death. So yeah, we've done the unhaulable thing, we figured that out. And then we need a delivery region. No, we've done the things in the delivery region. So yeah, she's going to go through multiple ways of making things haulable, but I found this one down here, just allow haulable, was the easiest one. How long did it take me to figure that out? Ooh, about 2 to 3 minutes. You see why I gave up on the other video. It was just me stumbling through these mechanics, and I can't stress enough, that is not what I want to show off to you guys with Containcorp. There's something very weird and bizarre and exciting going on in this game. Now, the next thing she needs is to make it an actual room. All we've done right now is put walls up and a door. There are no floors and there are no ceilings. So floors is easy enough. We're just going to go over here. We'll do a light wood floor. Hopefully I have enough materials to do all of that. He says optimistically, yeah, we seem to have an amount of wood left over. Get out of that, and then we need to put a ceiling in. Now, I'm going to have to refresh my memory on that one. That one was over here somewhere. Oh, no, it's down here. Roof area, and then just roof that off and roof that bit off too. That will make it what she wants, which is airtight. Now, I know what you're saying to yourself at home. I can hear you in the comments section saying, Dave, you're a few minutes into this, and this is, well, it's kind of what you said. It's RimWorld meets Prison Architect. It looks wicked cool, and I'd probably play it, but I'm not really seeing what you're flipping out over. Oh, don't worry, gentle viewers. We're getting to that. Now, the whole point of this game is to contain anomalous entities, so we need to make this into a containment cell. So let me see. I need to go to regions. And I got a lot of stuff I can do here. An office, a bus stop. Oh, we're going to need plenty of those. Recreation, staff toilet, dumping area, deliveries. But here's what we want. We want this to be a containment cell. And I'd also like that bit at the door to be a containment cell. And before we're containing anything, she'd like us to have a stockpile zone. I also noticed we didn't quite get that bit right there. So that is haulable. Those are bricks. It's good stuff there. Let's not waste that. So she'd like a stockpile area, which is odd because I got stockpile stuff in my delivery zone here. So let's get, okay, so we need to go to, remind me, a zone. No, it's not that one. It's region, right? It's region. Stockpile, stockpile. So let's just pop that right next door like this. Now these things will rot. I mean, a rock isn't going to rot, but that wood will, right? I can't click on you right now while we're doing architectural things. That's fine. What I'm going to do is just, I'm going to leave that as is. When I did the first video, I actually built a room around this so that stuff wouldn't rot, but it's a demo. Let's not sweat decay of materials. Let's just focus on, well, let's focus on the important things here. We will get to this, I assure you. Now, a good little tip our nice tutorial lady is popping up is about hauling distance. Not so much about hauling distance, I understand that. You want things to be nice and efficient. I haven't done efficiency in years, and I do not apologize, and I don't plan to stop now. But the Z levels would really help with that, as she's saying. So instead of putting stockpiles all over the place, make one central one, but make it up and down so that they can just go up and down stairs and get all the things that we need. And of course, she's also recommending that we specialize stockpiles too. What are anomalies? Entities, objects, or phenomena that defy conventional understanding of science and logic. That's like Tuesday in my world, lady. living creatures, inanimate objects, locations, or even concepts with unusual properties. They can exhibit dangerous or unpredictable behavior, and that's what we're here to study. Okay, so they're referred to with S and then a bunch of numbers. Subject, something, something, something. I do feel I should get over to mental break. Who's having a mental break? Hopple, currently isolating, refusing to work properly, and last straw was she was bored. Okay, that's fine. What is delivery delay, though? A crucial delivery is delayed by 13 hours due to transportation issues, causing temporary shortages. Okay, that's something that didn't actually pop up the first time I recorded this. So when we get materials, there could be, well, a delay. It's right there in front of you, Dave. That's an interesting little small mechanic there that I'll have to think about in the future. But more importantly, let's get to housing the anomalies here. They can be acquired by accepting anomaly grants. I will have a few hours to build and prepare its containment. Well, good news, I've already done that. And that pops up a new grant. So facility grant, we're going to house, we're working on this. And I do have to do other stuff here. So I have to accept the grant. I have to hire 1 night shift security officer and 1 night shift janitor. I'm going to be a little dangerous here and see if I can preempt that. So one more time, let me just see what that says. It's all part of the first grant anyway. I don't think this is going to bork the tutorial. 1 night shift security, 1 night shift janitor. Now, I remembered how to do this the last time, but now I kind of don't. So staff, okay? Got 19 staff right now. I want to hire somebody specifically for the night shift. And I want 1 janitor, yep, and 1 security, yep. Now, if I go back over, turn time on for a bit, if I go back over to my grant, hopefully those have checked each other off there. Yes. So now all I've got to do is accept the grant and put the anomaly into its containment cell. And here's the grant for that. So this is apparently a safe anomaly here, a safe anomaly. Now, here's where we slam it into pause mode, team. If you read very quickly, you've already read this, but I desperately want to read this out loud to you, okay? So it took me about an hour of recording Containcorp before I got to this point. But I want to read to you what we're going to be containing. What is the anomalous Cthulu-like creature that we must study? It is a benign anomaly known as La Fiche. This entity emits continuous French music that increases the mood of those around it and occasionally creates false memories of past trips to France. That's what we're containing. Do you want me to read it again? I know you do. La Fiche. This entity emits continuous French music that increases the mood of those around it and occasionally creates false memories of past trips to France. This is what I wanted to show off to you. So we're definitely going to accept La Fiche. Definitely. Now, here is where my experience with the tutorial just got completely wrecked. Because I did things out of order. Okay? So I want to actually take a sec to read the nice young lady's tutorial carefully. Because I lost about 20 minutes of time because I did this part of it out of order. But before we get to that, we can read more about La Fiche. It's got a whole file. There's a whole file on La Fiche. When observed, I can't take time to read all of this to you. Please go download the demo and read it yourself. But I want to just get a highlight or two. So when observed, S0011 appears to have a black mustache and a matching beret. Both of which it's a carp. Let's just be clear about why I re-recorded Containcorp and took time out of my life. Okay, time out of my life with a wasted video. Here's why. We're capturing an anomalous carp with a mustache and a beret that gives you pleasant but false memories of a trip to France. Now you're saying to yourself at home, but wait a minute, Dave, what if I've already been to France? I'm a person of the world. I'm well-traveled. I've already made a visit to France. Don't worry, Containcorp's got you covered. In the case of individuals who have already made historical trips to France, S0011 appears to alter the memories to remove any negative events from the trip. Okay, here's where I borked the tutorial. I didn't wait for it to arrive on site. Okay, so we're going to wait. We're just going to sit here and wait for a carp with a mustache and a beret who implants false but pleasant memories of a trip to France to arrive in a box. One truck, one box, with a carp, with a mustache, with a beret, false but pleasant memories of a trip to France. So, now the anomaly is on site. Slam it into pause mode. Under the containment cell, I really borked this the first time, so I'm going to go through this a little carefully. Under the containment cell, I should see 2 buttons. Okay, not that one, though. There's an order of operations here. So, facility to anomalies, we're going to select LaFish. And I'd like us all to just look at LaFish's icon here. Because it is, in fact, a fish with a mustache and a beret. That's what they chose to draw here. They said LaFish is a fish with a mustache and a beret, and Containcorp said, Art dude, make a fish with a mustache and a beret. Okay, they ain't playing in this game. We'll release in 24 hours. All right, so come back to me here. Under the containment cell, 2 buttons, assign and then release from containment transport unit. This is where I did it backwards the last time. I released it before I assigned it, and what they did is threw it in storage and left it there. All right, so I got some flags up here. Assign the anomaly to a containment cell and no containment procedures created. So anything else that I need to know here? I don't know what memory replacement device is yet. It's probably the false but pleasant memories of a trip to France. Right. Containment cell. Hang on. Make sure you're doing it in the right order here. Yep. Assign containment cell. Got it. And then assign that. Okay. And we seem to have done that. And then what's next after that? Release from containment transport unit. So click assign containment cell. Got it. I know I'm going through this very, very carefully, but I really borked this. I can't stress this enough, so I want to make sure that I do this properly. So just making sure this is assigned to LaFish. All right, we've done that. And then in the anomalies, LaFish, going back to containment cell, we're going to release from containment transport unit, or no, do I want to? I don't want to transfer that because it's already got a cell. So release it. Yes, it's considered a dangerous action. I'm sure it is. Nobody wants pleasant memories of a trip to France, I assure you. Okay, LaFish is out. Hang on, we're being raided. We're being raided. Why? I've got a fish. I'm very, very busy. Who are you? You're a raider. Okay, bad news for you. My security guy is right here, and I actually remembered how to draft people. So, draft you, Coulson. Okay, and then... No, go back to Coulson. He's very exciting. Now, I can have you fire at you. Okay, just shoot that guy down. I've got a fish on the road here. It's not gonna... Are you shooting? Are you shooting at this guy? Fire at... Oh, no, I think you're firing. No, you're not. He's firing, though. He's firing at one of my builders. Can you... Yeah, fire at him. Fire at him. Okay? Fire at him. Are you doing that? Are you gun jammed? Oh, super. He's killing one of our builders. Could you unjam your gun? Are you working on this, Coulson? Coulson, how are you doing? Do you maybe... Okay, he's taking cover, Coulson. And now he's gone downstairs, but he's back upstairs now. Okay, Coulson's got the right idea. Coulson's in here. Coulson is shooting point-blank range and can't hit this guy. He's walked right past him. Okay, Coulson, you're very silly, man. I really need to deal with the fish issue right now. Coulson's throwing a grenade. Coulson just tossed a grenade at this guy and missed horribly. Oh, it's definitely going to take out that builder. All right, we seem to have largely solved much of that problem, although my screen is shaking. That can't be a good idea. This didn't happen the first time I recorded this. I'm going to tentatively unpause things and hope for the best. I do see that we've got some stuff we could be having here. So give me my allow haulable. Yep, that can happen. Okay, can we get back to LaFish, please? Oh, also probably undraft my security person so they can kind of go back to their business here. Now, you're a janitor. Allegedly, you haul fish. Can you haul LaFish? This occupied a lot of time when I was doing this. And I've read this as closely as I can, and I think I did what the lady wanted me to do. So release from containment transport unit. Yep, I did that. Assign containment cell. I don't think I have. I think we've done that bit. Oh, I remembered what it was. Okay, so this was the problem here. And, well, I don't know if it was the problem, but when I did this, it fixed it. So, with containment procedures, is that what I want? Yes. Okay, so right now, it defaults to containment none. So they're just leaving it on the street. They're like, yeah, job done, man. There's no containment for this thing. And even minimum is not what I need, because then it can leave its cell. So when I recorded this the first time, I had it on minimum security, and it was outside of the cell, and the gang was just like, yeah, it's outside of the cell. That's what you told us to do. I'm going to set this on maximum security. Okay, so it goes to the cell. The only way it's leaving is as a red stain smear on the walls. Now, I think I've worked it again. They're still leaving the fish on the street. This was definitely the part that kind of just fussed with me the last time. So nothing I can really do here. Hauling flags is just they're going to put everything in stockpile over there. I specifically want them to put a fish over there. I've done it before. It took me about an hour, but I'm going to make this work somehow. Okay, I took the cheap route. I just took the cheap route. So there was a button down here that just says recontain for 20k. I just spent 20k to move the fish over there. Obviously, setting it to maximum was not what I actually did. I must have hit recontain the last time. But long story short, we got the fish where the fish needs to go. Now all we gotta do is sit here for a few hours and just let this thing be contained. I assume everyone wandering around it now has false but very pleasant memories of a trip to France. And you kind of get an idea of what's coming up, too. Again, very similar to a prison building game that we may have played on the channel a couple of times, where we're going to get higher level things. We're going to feed people. We're going to make better prisons. We're going to make them even better than that. We're going to get our own power, our own water, all that kind of stuff. And obviously that's kind of nudging us through little tutorials as the game goes along here. And there we go. We've kept Le Fish contained. Everyone is hearing French music and having pleasant if false memories of a trip to France. And that's about it. That's where the demo taps out and says, hey, you're on your own, kid. I don't know how much there's going to be to really explore. I think a lot of stuff is going to be unavailable in this extremely early version of Containcorp, but you can see why I'm excited about this. It's like they made the game just for me. It's got all the right elements. I hope you guys liked it too. I recorded it twice just because I thought you would, but do please let me know in the comments what you thought of Containcorp. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.
You know, an argument could have been made that spending an obscene amount of money on researching the theater just so I can get a sign that says Electric Boogaloo may not have been my smartest move. That is a strong argument, and that's an argument that you'd probably win, frankly. Wow, naked guy sticks his hand in a beehive. This can't end well. I don't know where I would see a leather carpet, but I'm going to imagine I had to pay an entry fee to see it.
I have a cylinder. I broke Dave.
Broke Dave.
Talk amongst yourselves, I'll be back. I just dropped my controller.
Oh my goodness.